Hey, the guys, just want to go over this game real quick because I was so happy with it. And I got rewarded a gold card as a daily reward at the end of this game. It just made it so much better. Avalock. But I mean, I already had one, so it's only 200 scraps. But still, let's get right into this one. It's against Consume.
Men of Gwent, attack!
And I was playing Henselt machines. So I threw back the siege towers, of course, because you never want to start with them because you want to RNG out siege tower with winch. It's like your big plan with them. And I figured, well, I'm not going to be able to use the combo round 1 because it's Consume and they usually count on neckers and stuff round 3, so I'd need them more for round 3. And what's amazing about the Henselt siege support spam is that you can either, if you pull a siege tower with the winch, you can either use it round 1 or you can use it shiny it out round 3 and then use the combo, which is what I usually do. Like, I'll play it out round 1 with just the siege tower sitting there, and then I'll shiny it out round 3 if I need it. Probably just going to be skipping around a lot in this. Yeah, he starts by playing a Necker. I'm like, what the heck? So I figured he's using Necker Warriors, because that's the only reason why you drop a Necker right away when you only have 3 of them. So I started setting up so I could kill them with my battering ram and try to deny him some, but then he boosted it up. It's like, that sucks. So I ended up dropping my Ranvid next, because usually I just play winch after that siege, after the siege support if they don't kill him, which usually is what happens. They just kill him. So I could try for the trebuchet. Then he drops the Necker Warrior, so I'm like, okay, I can kill one of these off, deny him one more of these. Which actually this ends up mattering too. I'm looking back at it. So yeah, I lost out on a little bit of tempo there because he obviously just got another Necker back, but I denied him one more Necker. And he plays the Rand Warrior. I'm like, crap. He's gonna start boosting this thing up and all that. Now I can't kill it in one hit with my guy. So I go with winch. Of course I get a siege tower because that's how winch works. It gives you a siege tower when you need it. Because that card is just crazy. So now I can make a huge tempo play here. Because I never do with this deck that I'll actually be doing a deck profile on. Slizzard's out. Another one. And here I'm like, Wasn't quite sure if Summoning Circle was going to give me a Necker Warrior or not, because Summoning Circle is so broken right now. I was like, whatever, I'll just play this guy. Try to do some more damage, kill off his Roach. And that 3 power, so that way his Rand Warrior has to eat the 9. Because this was just for mind games of trying to like scare him into thinking maybe I had an Igni or something that would totally deny him a lot of power, so maybe he'd pass earlier, was what I was thinking. So he ends up dropping the Necker Warrior. I'm like, oh yes, awesome. I'm gonna Summoning Circle that. Don't know why I thought about it for so long, but I did. Then I start making siege towers in my deck. So now I have 5 siege towers in my deck. I'm just trying to prep for the last round for this whole time, which is pretty much what he's doing too. He's just trying to prep for the last round. Ends up playing Shadow, grabbing out another Necker. I was like, oh wow. Plan on spamming those out this round. Because that's 2 of them, so that makes 3, so he had 6 more left in his deck. So I just decoy my Necker Warrior, in case he ended up planning on making a big play with those. Just made a low tempo play that was big enough so that way I could keep myself within 1 card of winning, in case he did pass. Set up some more for the last round. So he ends up dropping his Arrakis. Obviously he was not afraid of the Igni, or the Scorch. He just ate those Neckers for a 40 power Arrakis Queen. At this point, he's way far ahead. I'm like, well, I could take the round right now with my Henselt. And I was counting his Neckers, of course, because I needed to know how many he had left in his deck. So at this point, yeah, I knew I could take the round maybe with my Henselt machine spam, but I didn't want to use it because I knew he still had 4 more Neckers at least in his deck that he could use. So I ended up just passing, give him that round 1. Since Neckers don't carry over into the next round anymore, thank God. Because they'd be crazy if they still did with the forktail and stuff. You could consume would just be crazy. Draw into a siege tower, of course. I'm like, ugh, don't want a siege tower. Throw that back. I need them all in my deck. Because at this point, I can shiny out a siege tower, Henselt, and make a huge play. Plays Avalok the Sage. I was like, please don't grab me a siege tower, and it didn't. Or not Avalok the Sage, just normal Avalok. Drop that siege support, set up for some tempo, and for when Randovid comes out, gives him +1, keeps me 1 point ahead. I was just trying to keep ahead of him at this point because I was like, well, I can sort of try to punish him for playing out round 2 by letting myself be 1 card up. Then he drops the Giant Toad, gets a +8 on it. End up playing reinforcements because I'm trying to keep myself ahead of him to grab that Stennis. Which ends up grabbing me a Battering Ram. So I just do 3 damage to Avalok the Sage, or 4 damage so I can set up for my next Battering Ram. Plays a disloyal unit, of course. I already used my summoning circle, so I couldn't disloyal unit him back. But here I was just hoping that he didn't have, like, a rune stone to get another one. And I was playing the winch, well, this guy to do the damage for that play that I prepped for. And that way, if he was playing on summoning circling it, he wouldn't be able to. Because you just get my useless guy. Well, useless to him. Here I'm just like, I'm hoping he passes before I had to shiny, because all I wanted to hold on to for the last round was shiny and Henselt. Checking which units he had, so I was thinking about grabbing that ballista, but I was like, the reinforced trebuchet will probably get me more in the end. And if the round goes out longer, definitely will. Now I set myself up here so I had a Randovid, a Small Marsh, and the other crewman there, so I had a spot open to grab 2 units. I mean double play, get double crewman on one of my machines. Which ended up working out because I got a reinforced ballista. Here I grabbed the reinforced ballista because the round's almost over, and I knew if I played the reinforced ballista and pinged off his 11 power, I was thinking about hitting his Babagazi, but I knew I wouldn't be able to bring it down enough to where it would affect the carryover. So I just pinged off his Giant Toad. And kind of hoped that that siege tower hit it so it would bring it to 4, but it didn't. Luckily it ended up passing. I was like, yes, pretty sure I got this at this point. Even if I drew into a reinforced siege tower, I was figuring I probably have it because I have so many of them. But I get Hey Marva's Blue Dream. I was like, forget it, I'll just keep the hand, because if I throw back a Battering Ram, I probably have a pretty high chance of seeing a reinforced siege tower. Knew I didn't want to grab that Avalok the Sage, but Regis Higher Vampire, I was like, maybe I can eat a Necker with Regis. Kind of deny him on some of that value. Because, I mean, here, I eat the Necker. I mean, yeah, I only get +4 on him, but I denied him who knows how much value on that Necker that he would have been able to pull. Plus it gave me a play to make while my Ranovid took time to come back. Here the only thing I was worried about was if he had an artifact compression or some way to kill off my reinforced siege tower when I played it. So I just dropped Battering Ram first to try to drag it out as long as I could before I made the play that I was actually dedicating myself on. He grabs Gales? And I forget what gold he gets. The heck was his last gold? Oh no, he just grabbed the silver, that's right. He ate one of my reinforced siege towers. So I shot out one.
Tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
At this point I was like, well, as long as he doesn't kill it, I should definitely win. He ends up dropping Brand Warrior to eat one of those neckers. Brings out another one. It's like, okay, I think I denied him enough to guarantee that I got this. So I play Henselt, and I get a crazy amount of towers. Made 114 to keep myself safe from Scorch or Igni, in case he had that. Made the rest 12. Ended up playing one up here, because I was like, maybe Marigolds. I was like, forget it, that's not going to save him either. So I ended up playing them there. 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 I ended up going to 121 power with 8 siege towers. And then I figured I pretty much had him. I mean, the point of me killing his neckers early actually really screwed him, because I think he could have won this if he pulled out his other 2 neckers. Like if he had brought out a fork tail with his lizard earlier. Because here he eats one, he brings out another one. It's a 19 power. Which means the next 2 would have been 20 and 21. But he didn't have any left. So I mean, yeah, all he needed was one more necker and he would have won the game. But he didn't, because I ended up pulling it off. Oh, I was so happy about that game. Just thought I'd share it with you guys. And yeah, that's it. I'll get to work on the next deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, have a good one.